Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of ZeoFate Plays the Direwolf 20 mod pack. For those of you watching the channel, you probably saw that I had two episodes up earlier of another play for the Direwolf 20 pack. And the change was, well, I decided to move it over to a server and, well, it really didn't respond well. So, yeah. I'm just setting time set today while I'm standing here and talking to you guys. So I decided to, since we were only two episodes in and it really wasn't cooperating, just go with the server world and start over. That being said, let's get to it. We do have quite a bit of mods in here. The full mod listing can be found with the Direwolf 20 mod pack. I will start going through and explaining the mods as we're using them. Some mods I probably won't use simply because they're just not my cup of tea. Although, I think I will try to expand my horizon a little bit and play it just for you guys. But we'll find out. Okay. Now, first thing we're going to do for, well, pretty much any episode of Minecraft or, well, pretty much any gameplay through of Minecraft is we got to get wood. It's pretty much a base requirement. Can't do anything without it. Until later on when you don't need it at all. Now, let's actually see what kind of space we're in. Well, we got something there. Mountains here. But it looks like I'm in a giant plains. Oh, there's a bunch of lava there. That could be useful. Looks like we're in a bunch of plains. So this ought to be interesting. I've never actually seen these trees before, so, or at least gotten close to examine them. So let's see what they're about. Oak is obvious. Okay. Now, while I find a place to call home, I'll probably speed up the footage. Because, well, you guys don't need to see me jumping forever. Ooh, pumpkins. Some of the weirdest stuff is needed in mods. Okay, that's from Ars Nouveau. So that's, I think that's Ars Magica or one of its dependents. Yeah, I can leave those for now. I don't think I want to go... That's a tall mountain. Now I can go for a mountain-based home, if you will. They're a lot easier to build, they're a lot more secure, because, well, up until you find a cave. But, really for the kind of stuff we're doing, they're really not that great. A lot of different mods might need access to sunlight, for example, and, well, if you're underground, that gets kind of difficult. Now, I could go... Well, that is a possibility of just going for an aerial base. It's a nice enough area, but problem with that design is, well, you've got to have everything underneath lit up. Otherwise, you's going to be spawning mobs like nothing. And grab this waystone over here, because that thing is way too useful to let sit. So, we can either do a giant compound, or we can do a smaller home with bits and pieces here and there. Since this episode is going to go live quite literally as soon as I finish recording it, I think I'll leave it up to you guys. This episode and the next, I'll make a little bit of a hole in the wall because, well, those are the easiest first bases. And it'll be the start of my mining cave. And we'll leave it up to you guys whether or not we're going to go for a underground dwarven stronghold, where I care more about the interior looks, or if we're going to do an exterior citadel-style home or an estate-style home. And I really need to get into that mountain because them mobs be coming for my head soon. Actually, I should probably go kill some sheep so I can make myself a bed. Here, sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. I'm sorry, but I need your wool. Hey, come back in. Really? Come on. There we go. Let's get a bed down here so we can sleep through this night. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that creeper up there. Hey, Skelly. You're gonna try shooting at me. I knew it. Die. Yeah, for those interested, these glowing particles that you see every now and then, like that one there, means that this area is naturally abundant with some mana for Ars Magica. That's about all I know on the subject right now. I haven't really tried Ars Magica all that much, but I think I'll actually try playing it because I've seen other people playing and using it, and well, it looks like it can be kind of fun. So, I think we're going to dig into this mountain here. Probably right around in here. And we're going to use this as the start of our home. Or at least the start of our mining cave. Now I'm going to go for a quick ramp in technology to try to get us a thermal mining drill, because oh boy is that thing ever so nice. Let's just clean up where I'm going to put the entrance. I'll leave you alone there. Oh, let's just move over just a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, right here's good. Just make the traditional 7x7 interior space, just to give me a little bit of room to maneuver and set up basic crafting and the like. This playthrough, I think for some things I'm going to use Botania pots, but I don't think I'm going to use them anywhere near as proliferantly as I was initially going to be using them, because they're quite OP. Now, that being said, if you want to use them, go right ahead. I can completely understand why, but I don't know, I just kind of like designing the various different gardens. And having seen a bunch of create, I think I can go into create early too. Not so much for like ore crushing and duplication, but just some of the fun stuff I've seen being done in there. Let's make ourselves a couple of stone picks, simply because I am going to need them. And we'll make ourselves 2 chests. Just so I can clear out some of the stuff. And that I'm going to need for the torches that I'm going to be placing. And we're going to get ourselves a traditional oaken door. Now there used to be a trick where if you place the door like this, the mobs would think it's closed and not path through it, where if you had it like this, they'd think it's open and they'd path through it. So you could literally build your base like this and keep going through, and the mobs wouldn't be able to come past you. I actually have no idea if this is still active, but right now I'm not willing to test it out. So yeah, the door's going in properly. Okay. Let's finish clearing out this 7x7 and then we'll be back. And there we go. Now, as for my personal tradition, I'm probably gonna just stick a hole in one of the walls and start mining. But figured I'd leave this coal for now. Now, one of the mods that's in this pack is Tetra. And it's an equipment mod for upgrading pickaxes and shovels and everything else like this. Initially, in the first playthrough, I used it, and I quickly found that it came to... well, it's really powerful early game, but really, really, really rapidly loses relevance. And, well, I'm just not really willing to bother with it this playthrough. The unfortunate part with Tetra is the amount of different materials that are needed for it in order for you to be able to repair your pickaxe is you need to constantly carry around at least one material of anything that goes into that pickaxe. So if you put a gem on it, you have to carry around the gems of that specific type. So a perfect emerald sounds really powerful. It is really powerful. But it adds a perfect emerald onto the repair list. So you now need a second one just to repair your pick. So therefore it loses a lot of its power because you don't get a lot of those. So I'm not really going to bother with Tetra this particular playthrough because it's, well, really it's not worth the effort. Now, some may not agree, which is perfectly acceptable. I mean, I don't agree with the way some people play their games, but that's them playing, and this is me playing. So that being said, if you love Tetra and want to keep using it, go right ahead. It is a very powerful mod and very, very well thought out. Just I think it needs some balance tweaks done to it. Then again, we're early into the mods for this version of Minecraft, so yeah, they might be working on it up ahead. Now that I got that done, let's put that right in the middle. We will set this to the ye old mining hole and activate it. Remember to activate it, because even if you name it and it sits here, if it's not active, you can't teleport to it. But that at least makes it so that anytime I'm out and about, we can pop back here at any moment. So what we're going to do today is I got me some sticks that I can use. I got me some coal, which I can use. So we are going to go start doing some mining. Let's first get ourselves a bunch of torches. And I'll make myself some more tools. And we'll head down into the deep, dark, unknown underground, looking for resources. Now, since I know there's a mining dimension in this pack, I am not going to be as setting up specific mining levels for this material or quit interrupting recording. That being said, I'm not going to turn around and I'm not going to be too worried about mining levels in the overworld because I'm not going to be mining here all that much. Really, let's see. Really, the only reason why I'm going to be here and the only length of time I'm going to be here is until I can get obsidian and 3 diamonds. Then I'm going to the mining portal because the ore quantity down there is significantly higher. That being said, let's get to our mining. Unfortunately, well, this is the start of Minecraft in its entirety, pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a few of the mods that are in the pack that I know I'm going to be using. We'll go over the mods in the pack entirely for what I know of them. Hopefully I'll eventually be able to play them all, and well, we'll figure out what we're doing from there. That's not what I wanted. Not advancements. Options, controls. Yeah, I can't remember how to get to it at this particular moment. So it's just going to be some mining. Oops. The reason why I chuck the torches in my offhand is, well, then I can just do that. I'm probably going to head down to about Y level 3 or 4-ish area. Definitely Y level 10, because that's where, well, a majority of the goodies are. Now, what my current plan is I'm going to be using Mechanism as going to be my first and, well, really my primary mod for when it comes to ores and ore duplication mechanics, simply because properly set up, you can get up to 5 times your ore just from the Mechanism setup. And well, that's really useful because that's like 1 iron turns into 5 iron, or 1 gold into 5 gold. And when you get it set up and you use like Silk Touch, well, now you can start multiplying diamonds by quite a bit more too. Since everybody's pretty much seen me doing my mining bit before, and well, it's pretty much the same way you do it in normal Minecraft, I'll fast forward this until I've got some resources. First iron. And coal too. And got us some copper as well. It's a nice little node we ran into. Now, I like filling in these little offshoot caves. I do it for 2 different reasons. One is it dumps out material like cobblestone and the like that I'm slowly amassing in my inventory. Gets rid of a chunk of it. 2, it means that I can recover all the torches that I put in place. And 3, it's something like this, just it's too tall. But if you're not paying attention to it, that's spawnable territory, and, well, creepers exist. And that's all I need to say on that subject. Ooh, tin. Places like this you gotta watch for, because that falling gravel creates those voids up there, and, well, spawn up territory. So it's always a good idea to clear them out. And since I know there's gravel there, one of the tricks you can do, especially if you got a situation like this, is you dig out the block underneath the gravel, like down here, you place a torch, then break the block above, breaks the gravel. One of the other things you can do is, if you're in a situation like this, is you can quickly break, and then it's tricky to get done, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to break the block, then place a torch here for them all to come down and break. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this time, well, it didn't. In situations like this with so much empty space up there, and I can't really get to it, just chuck a torch up there and, well, block it off. Yeah, that's right. Oh, hello. Well, that's going to be interesting. As you no doubt aware, well, you'll run into places like this. And there's really 2 ways you can deal with this sort of situation. One is just platform out, go around it. Another is you can jump down, start building up. Another is, if you got gravel, you can make a temporary structure like that. Oops. And then you can come down and continue building your stairwell. But, yeah, beware, because now you're in a cave, and now things are going to try to kill you. That being said, having a cave here in the mining area is not exactly a bad thing. It's, well, it's an easy access to ores. But always, before you start going exploring, always build your exit. Why? Because that creeper ain't going to care if you got to build your exit. Neither is... Oop, that needs diamond. Neither of the skeletons. That needs diamond. Tin. Pretty much everything down here will hurt you as you're trying to build. So always have your exit ready. Kind of like always keeping your towel. Yes, that was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Okay, that's niter. Yeah, I don't need much of that right now. Well, with everything being lit up over there, I'm not too worried about anything trying to hurt me from that direction. And normally for the first little jaunt, I'll bring some wood with me so I can make a crafting table, but I forgot that upstairs. So we're going to have to just dig everything out and go up there, because by bringing some wood with me, one, I'll be able to, well, build more picks. Two, I could smelt up some of this iron I'm getting and, well, get me an iron pick and start grabbing some of the higher tier resources. Which is always useful in being able to make some better gear, like a better sword. Because, yeah, this wood sword is not going to cut it for long. Okay, that's the end of that. And that needs diamond. That I can do at any time, but I don't need that at the moment. Oh, there's more tin. Don't be afraid to nerd pole up to where you need to go to just get that little bit of extra reach you need for those resources. It's amazing how much extra you can get by doing this. Okay. Just do a quick look-see over here, see what's going on. And hearing that something over here wants to try to hurt me. Anytime you can create a choke point like this, do it. Because right now, with this the way it is, well, nothing that comes over here can get up to me. Which means back here, once I make sure everything's lit up, everything here is safe. That's appetite, don't need that. That's osmium. And I actually need osmium. Osmium is the core ore, if you will, for mechanism. It's needed for a lot of the various different equipment. But right now, I don't really have much of the equipment needed to capitalize on it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go down there and grab it, but gather up our supplies from here first. light that up because they're going to need to come back there. And there you are. See? Can't get at me. But I can still hit him. And this is one of the reasons why you really need to upgrade your equipment as quickly as possible. Stone's acceptable. Iron's better. And if you're not really too sure, don't be afraid to wall yourself in. Nothing's coming from that direction. And a lot of that stuff is going to be useful. But no more than the osmium. This is going to get us our first power gen. But to really capitalize on it, we're going to need... well, we're going to need some buckets and some lava, which we haven't found yet, but we did see on the minimap. So I'll have to look into maybe a tank or something. Go get a large amount of lava, and we'll go from there. You're probably noticing I am completely ignoring some materials, like the uranium ore. Even though it's from Mechanism, it's because it's not something I'm going to be able to utilize for a little bit of time, so I don't see the point of gathering it right away. I can leave it sit here and come back and get it. And that's going to be an issue. It doesn't matter what I do. Oh, if I shift that like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm going to have an issue with that light spot. But that being said, we're going to whip back upstairs and I'll seal that area off. And we're going to go get ourselves a little bit of gear upgrade. And food, from the looks of it. I'm going to need food. Okay, well, we got ourselves some raw mutton. Let's dump off a bunch of this stuff. Let's see, I need 3 for... and 3... That should be all I need. In order to get some armor and a pickaxe. Although, come to think of it, I should probably go for an upgraded... let's upgrade the sword with cobble. I can deal with that for a while. You served me well, but I don't need you anymore. Let that despawn out there. And since I don't want to make the same mistake as last time, I'm going to bring this chunk of wood with me. Because then I can make anything I need down below. Store everything else. I got my torches. Get them in place. We got some food. And here we go. Those of you who were paying attention to what I did with the armor, with the iron, you knew exactly where I was going. And there we go. So we got, so far today we got a bit of starting resources, got ourselves armored up, got ourselves some new weapons, and found our place to kind of call home in our little hole away from hole. So between episodes, I'm going to go do hopefully a lot more mining, and next episode we'll come back to power systems, ore duplication, and maybe a mining drill, depending on how good I do at mining. So that being said, this is ZeoFate signing out.